Hello everyone. Today we're gonna talk about the most confused relic, which is the rambling. We have Kilo today, and he's making a guide, and the same link gonna be on the description. We will explain everything about this relic. Hello Kil, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you,
So
Zombie?
I'm fine, bro. So
Yeah, good. I watched your latest YouTube videos and I saw that you've been using the rambling to win all your games.
yeah, the last two videos on the YouTube, it was good for the rambling. One of them it was back to back to back rambling, and it was a good game. So thanks. I would like to thank you, Kiel, to be honest, for this guides on this team, for the rambling Fate Wonder. Actually, it's really confused. Like I, I'm 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 a queen player back to back to back for multi seasons, and when they realized the new rambling, actually I was confused also. You know, I was reading it a lot to not do mistakes, and I was one of those people who's doing the mistakes.
Yeah, I think
S-
we all have. Like the other day, I made Snapfire into a centaur, and I meant to make her into a beast. So I mean, we all make the mistakes. Serbian Butcher makes mistakes. We all like occasionally click on the wrong thing. But the idea was, I wrote a guide on Steam so that even if we make mistakes, we understand why we made the mistakes. That all the information is there. You can think about it before you do it. So we've kind of done like three things, right? We've done a Steam guide. We're doing this video to explain the Steam guide, talk through it, and also Zombie has got some videos of him using Fatebender in a real game and to win the game, in fact. So after like going through this, there might be some questions you have, but you should have at least 95% of all the information you need in order to use it to win games. That's the idea.
yeah, and guys, if you have any questions, you can put your question in the comments. This is a YouTube video for sure. We will ask it. We will answer it. Sorry. So I think let's start talking about the rambling. So when you get the rambling, when you choose to get the rambling, you are getting one of two randoms card. The first card gonna be the fate card. The second card gonna be the chance card. So I would like to start with you, Kiel. So you will explain about what is the difference between the like the not before we are talking about the two cards. We should explain, I think, about the synergies on the game. What is the difference between the fate, which is the race one, and the chance, which is the class one.
Okay.
So let's go to the game right now. Okay. So Uh, this is the list of the heroes. One cost, two cost, three cost, four cost, and five cost. So, Keel, go ahead. Explain it
Yeah.
about the two
So
synergies.
every hero in the game has uh, a race and a synergy. All right. They may have two races. We'll get to that in a minute. But every hero in the game has a race and a synergy. All right. The first one, let's look at Mirana. On the left, you can see she's an elf. This is her race or species. They're just the same thing with two different names race, species. She's also a hunter. All right. That's her class. So, race or species elf, and her class is hunter. And every hero in the game has this. All right. Luna. Luna is an elf, but she's a knight. So, the same species as Mirana, but a different class. She's a knight. Looking at some of the heroes that have two species, two races,
I think a dragon,
Enchantress.
right?
Yeah, Enchantress is a beast and a centaur. This is common. And also the dragons. Some of the dragons, like Dragon Knight, is a human and a dragon. Winter Wyvern is an undead and a dragon. All right,
So,
so this should clear it up. All right, so that part sometimes confusing. All right, because you put your hero on the board and you try to make him into, let's say, a centaur, and it turns up being a warrior, and you're like, oh my god, what have I done wrong? Could be that you've chosen the wrong card. It could be that you didn't understand in the first place. The idea is that once you watch this video, it should be easy. You shouldn't be able to make these mistakes anymore.
Okay, cool. So I think this is this explanations. It's good, Keel. But I would like to add, like as you said, every hero has a race synergy and a class synergy. You know, but there is some heroes they are having two races, like Keel mentioned, which is Winter Wyvern, DK, Venomancer, Enchantress, Elder Titan, Leshrak also. So these type of heroes they are having two races and one class. So what's gonna be the next Keel? So let's give an example on this game. Now in this game there is a rambling Fatebender. You know, let's go back to the team guides to explain it for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So once you open your Fatebender box, you'll be given either a fate or a chance card. This is at random, 50-50 chance, and it's the only random part of this relic, right? That's the only random part. So if you get a fate card, then you'll be able to give a hero a new race or species, right? So you'll be able to make them an elf or a dragon or elemental. If you get a chance card, then you'll be able to give a hero a new class, like a knight, assassin. What else can you give? Warrior, for example. All right. So that's
Yeah,
what you
go
have
ahead.
to look. The first thing you do when you get the card, hover over it and check which one you get. That's the most important thing. Then you can make your decision.
Okay.
All right. So, if we got a fate card, which allows us to give a new race, all right? Could you open the game, Zombie?
Yes.
All right. So let's have a look at the board. All right. So
Okay.
let's say we want to give Vengeful Spirit a new race. All right. We've got the race card. If we click the race card on Vengeful Spirit right now, she's next to two elves. So she will become an elf. All right.
All right.
If we got the class card and we wanted to make Luna into a demon hunter, we would click it onto Luna because she's next to two demon hunters. It's just by chance that we're talking about two units right now. Normally it's one unit, right? You take it from one unit. You want to make Slark into an elemental, so you put him next to Morphling or Tiny, for example.
Yes.
But it's so simple.
I think we like if you wanna let's put an example on these three units. You know, so I would like to make my Vengeful as a knight, not as because she's already demon hunter, and I get a chance card. You know, the chance card I'm gonna use it on my Venge. But what should I do? I should put this Venge near Luna and make sure no units near Venge or Luna. You know, do not getting
Including
confused.
bench, by the way, including the bench.
Including the bench. That's right. Yeah, like put them on one corner near each other, Luna and Vengeful Spirit. And as I said before, you wanna make Vengeful as a knight. This is just example, which is not good idea in the normal game. This is just an example. So you will move Venge here on the square, and you will putting Luna here. So you're gonna use your chance Rambling Fatebender card on your Venge, and then this Venge, gonna be a knight. You know? So there is another thing I would like to explain. This synergy for Venge, if you sell this Venge This Venge, you are giving it the synergy. You will never get it back unless you are having another card. So make sure the unit you are giving the synergy for it, you are not selling it. But if you are upgrading Venge for Venge 2 stars or even Venge 3 stars, it will keep the synergy. But you should make sure the unit you are giving the synergy for it, you are not selling it. You know? So
It
this is
also
the first
happens
thing.
if you put the unit that has the new synergy in an egg, you will lose the synergy as well. It's like cleaning the hero. So don't
That's right.
egg a hero you've given a synergy to.
That's also right. So what's gonna be next?
Well, so I just wanted to say, most people see use this in pubs successfully, let's say, because there's a lot of funny builds or, a little bit like making mistakes. The most common build I see in kind of public games, the bishop lobbies and below, is making Legion Commander into a troll. All right. So what people do is they get on round 10, they get the Fatebender and they get their 1-star Legion Commander and they make her into a troll. In my opinion, that's not the best use of the card. All right. So I think you have to be careful because if you make the 1-star Legion Commander into a troll, you're never going to be able to build her into 3 stars unless the game goes really late. Right? Like you've got to have the economy, maybe knights are contested. Like what I think people should do is wait until rambling until later in the game. It's a kind of late game relic. So around 20, 30, 40, this is the best time to take the rambling when you've already got your comp figured out and you just want to add something to it. Is
Okay.
that a fair thing to say, Zombie?
Yes, that's fair. That's good. I see also a lot of mistakes about people picking around playing on 10. I prefer like another relics on 10. It's not the worst relic on 10. It's playable, but it's really hard to play on relics round 10. So I would like to say like round 10 relic. It's not the worst relic on 10, but it's really hard to play on 10 unless you are so lucky with good start and you are saving gold, or you are saving gold for reroll relics on 20, or you are saving humans to play on the late. You know, if you are getting the rambling on 10, but uh, to be honest, rambling after relics round 10, like round 20, 30, even 40, it's really worth to take because you are at least saving one slot, and sometimes you are saving two slots, depends on what is you are getting from the rambling, which is the chance card or the fate card. And this situation really depends on the 5 dragons comp, because there is no 5 dragons in the pool unless you are having repair tools and you are getting Viper or Visage, but if you get a rambling, let's say you are getting a race card from the rambling. So the race card, you can make with the race card one of your units, which is gonna be like an example, it's Kotel as a dragon. So like that, you can remove the 2 wizards. Like let's say another example, you are having 2 wizards, which is Naga Siren and Rubik. So like that, you are saving 2 slots with this race card, which is a good idea. Also, if you get a chance card, you are not getting a race card. You can make one of your units as the wizard. Let's talk about this game we are opening right now. You can let's make Jakiro as a wizard, because you will not sell Jakiro because you are playing 5 dragons. This is an example. So what's gonna be the wizard? Like, I would like to prefer on this game an example to make my Jakiro as a god, since there is already Zeus in the pool, so I can remove Naga Siren and Jakiro gonna be god. I'm gonna play Zeus, and also I'm gonna have Rubik. Rubik is god, and while I'm having 2 wizards with 3 gods, like that I'm gonna have 4 gods, and this is one of the combos with 5 dragons, 4 gods. This is one of the gameplay on the late game comps with Rambling Fatebender. So my next question gonna be for you, Keel. I give an example for a late game comp for the five dragons. How I'm gonna use the race card on the Rambling and how I'm gonna use the chance card on the Rambling. I would like to ask you how you will use the Rambling after you are using a shrink or family discount on 10 with a reroll comp.
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways. I think normally, let's say on 10 you take shrink and you max all your 1 cost or 2 cost units. You could play, for example, troll knights, or you could play elemental assassins. When you get to around 20 and you get the chance to take rambling, the hardest thing about these comps is that you've spent a lot of your money building up your units. So you're only level 5, maximum level 6. But then you need to start adding wizards, need to adding more synergies to your comp in order to buff your carry. Let's say elemental assassins, you've maxed your Slark and your Spirit Breaker and your Morphling and your Tiny and even Naga Siren. Right now that comp is kind of weak. Even though you're max units, you haven't got any control in that comp yet. So you want to add some 4 elementals or you want to add some Taurons. Well, the hard part is you've got to open slots and roll for those units. But if you use Rambling, you kind of save a slot. You could make Slark into an elemental and then not play Razor in the comp. You could make Slark into a wizard. You could do any number of things. You could make Tiny into an assassin if you wanted. The point is, it's a kind of slot saving mechanic. So let's say you want to open 7 slots, it's going to cost you like 40 gold. It saves so much money. It's like having seeds. So that's why it's so powerful on round 20 when you've got a re-roll comp. You save money and you kind of open another slot for free, basically.
That's
Right? And
right.
it normally doesn't matter if it's race class because you can make someone to a wizard or you can find a way to use it. This is the most common way. Or Luna, you could make Luna into a monk, for example, if you'd played Troll Knights. Like this is a really good one.
Yes. Also, uh, s- I watch some people. They are asking, what about Leshrak or Enigma on the late
Yeah,
game? What? Yeah,
so
go ahead.
there are, if you play a reroll comp, we call them, like you try to max 1 cost, 2 cost, 3 cost units between rounds 10 and 20, then it's a kind of slot saving mechanic, right? It's an economy uh, relic on round 20 for you because you just save a slot. There are also some comps. Let's say you've been building your economy, you've been playing seeds or great vault or mangoes, and you want to go more of a late game comp, but you haven't decided what. When you get rambling, you can help make that decision. You might want to play 6 warlock and have like a carry as your warlock. Normally in a 6 warlock, alchemist would be the carry, but he's not the best. So you could play, for example, Monkey King or Troll Warlord as the carry and make them into a warlock. Or you could make, for example, Lone Druid into an Akia. So you can change the comp. Leshrac and Enigma are really good monks, actually, because they do damage over time, and this damage can proc the monk buff. So you could play 4 monks with Leshrac, for example. So there are kind of, let's say, 2.5 ways to play it right now. Either you get it on 10 and you do the best you can, all right, and hope you survive until it comes online. That I don't recommend. Or you play it on 20 as an additional slot with a reroll comp. Or on round 20 or 30, you take it and you build your comp around it. You build your something around it. Like maybe you try to make, I don't know, troll warlord into an assassin or legion commander into an assassin, right? These are a little bit harder, but definitely can change the whole game for you.
That's right. So I would like to mention one of my last videos on the YouTube. I played a game 6 nights. I maxed my LC, CK, Patrider, Apadon as a 3 stars, Snapfire, DK as 2 stars. So like that, I'm having 6 nights. Um, so one of the hardest things in this comp, and people wanna have some fun and they wanna be strong also. So what is gonna be the dream comp for this nights? I would like to say it's 6 nights, 6 trolls, which is impossible without rambling, and you need a chance card for this. So an example, if you get a race card for this, if you get a race card, you can make your LC as a troll. So like that, on 6 slots, let's say, you're gonna have 6 knights with 2 trolls. So the next 4 slots gonna be 4 more trolls. Even if there is no troll on the game, it's still playable. You know?
Yeah, and what I noticed actually, like I said before, in pubs, people tend to pick up this card on round 10 and make Legion Commander into a troll, which is a little bit difficult then because most of your units are probably going to stay 2-star for the rest of the game. And actually, Legion Commander as a troll with 6 trolls, 6 knights is super strong, even at 2 stars. But outside of like these kind of low level lobbies, you're not going to win the game with it. It's going to be really hard. So, want to use it to kind of enhance your already strong comp, right? Not necessarily to just build a comp around it from round 10. Otherwise, you're going to struggle with the money and to max your units. Because if you come around 30 with 2-star units, maybe 1 3-star unit, it's not going to be good enough to win bishop or rook lobbies. So just be careful with that. That's my advice. It's not wrong to take it on 10. It's your game. You do whatever you want. I'm just trying to tell you the best way to make sure that you're winning as many lobbies as you can.
Yes, that's right. Also, I saw in the public games when some people are playing the Meepo SF comp, you are rolling for Razor, Meepo, SF, and Ricky. Let's talk about the simple one. They are making SF or one of the other units as a coupled. Like that, they're gonna have two coupled, which is bad. Like this, if you get a race card after you are rolling for Meepo SF comp, and you are making your SF as a coupled, you are breaking the synergy. You are losing the coupled synergy, because the coupled synergy, you need to have the coupled units. The coupled units, like I'm talking about the one coupled right now, you need to have 2 Meepos on the same level to get one more Meepo. So if you have 2 Meepos 1 star and you are putting 1 Meepo 2 stars, you are not getting one more Meepo. Also, if you have, let's say, 1 Meepo 2 star and 1 Meepo 1 star, you are not getting one more Meepo. So making your unit as a coupled, it's really bad, and I like don't ever never try it.
Yeah,
It's
the
really tough.
only way to make it work is if you have 2 SFs who are both kobolds. But then as soon as you make it a 3-star, you've broken it again, and you had to use 2 cards. So it is literally just don't do it. Like there's no good way of doing it. The best way to use the species or the race card actually is to make SF into an undead, because then you can play 2 more undeads, and it's not going to lower the health, or even 6 undeads total. It's not going to lower the health of SF, but it's going to lower the health of everyone else, and it's going to kill everything. So if you
That's
get
right.
the species card, make him into an undead. Don't make him into a kobold. I've made that mistake. I think most people have tried it and kind of rage quit the game at some point.
Good. I'm not one of these people who do this, because I know the couple synergy. Yeah, but it's okay. Like everyone is doing mistakes, and if you are not doing mistakes, you are not learning. Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm telling people. If you are not doing the mistakes, you are not learning.
So I think the the most success that I've had personally is making Monkey King or Trouble Lords into Warlocks, or making, like, for example, if I'm playing a Beast, a Kia comp, then I would make Snapfire or Gyrocopter into a Beast to save a slot, or be able to play 6 Beasts even if Primal's not in the pool, or making heroes into Wizards in order to save a slot. Taurens is a good one for saving a slot. I think you did that in your most recent video. You can make certain melee heroes into centaurs, maybe Doom, Monkey King, in order to have more control in the fights. Dragons, of course. Making Kotl into a dragon is super strong. I think we've all died to 2-star Kotl instacast many times. The easiest way to do that is to use Dragon Knights, or
Wait,
you
I
can
will
use
ask you something.
yeah.
I know the answer, but I just wanna tell you. I wanna ask you, sorry, about this. Like, what is the synergies you cannot take them from the Rambling Fatebender?
Yeah, so when it was first introduced, you could basically do anything, and then they nerfed it after a week because people were abusing it. You can't do stuff that kind of gives you items after the round. So you can't do humans, you can't do um,
Mix,
mechs, yeah, and you can't do Pandarans, right? Otherwise, you would just get like a
also droids.
legendary, make them into a panda, and then get dropped. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't
that's
do
right.
druids either.
Yeah, so the synergies, it's droids, mix, Pandarian. Where's the Pandarian? I'm missing him. Yeah, the Pandarian and the humans. You cannot use Rambling to get these synergies. Like, uh, so what is gonna be the way if you wanna play 5 dragons and you wanna make your Kotel as a dragon? So you should put your Kotel near your Dragon Knight, and like that already your Kotel is human, and you cannot already get the human buff from any unit. So you are getting a dragon from your DK to make it on your Kotel.
You can use Winter Wyvern, but you've got
True.
a 50% chance of making Kotl into an undead, and 50% chance of making him into a dragon. So it's not worth the risk. This is the simple one. It's
Yeah.
better to use Dragon Knight because you can't give someone human, but you can give them dragon. So whoever you use the card on, if they're next to Dragon Knight, they will become a dragon no matter what. Assuming it's a race card, not a class card.
So just before you are using the Rambling card, if it's race or if it's class, just wait for seconds, see what you like, think what you wanna do about, and remember you cannot use it on humans, you cannot use it on mix, you cannot use it on droids, and you cannot use it on Pandarian. So even if you can wait just one round, chill and see what you will do with this card, if it's race or if it's class. You know, don't risk your game by using a bad Rambling, because Rambling, it's really a strong relic. To use it on some of the units, really it's one of the keys for winning the games. Like, especially let's say you are playing on the late game, you are playing 6 warlocks and 4 beasts. This is another example. You are playing Enigma, Warlock, Necrophos, Elk, Venomancer, and SF, and you are adding 4 beasts, which is gonna be Loin Druid, Monkey King, Venomancer, and let's say Enchantress, if there is no Primal in the pool. So, one of the good ways to use this also, you can make your Enigma as a monk, which is one of the good strategies, because the monk synergy, it's working on your attacks and it's working on your spell. So another one, I would like for you to say that Keel, about the centers with Leshrak. You know, if you are using playing 4 centers, Leshrak also the monk's buff. Can you explain about it, how you are using the monk's buff and
So
how it's working?
the monk's buff, there's if you play 2 monks, the when a monk deals any damage, and that can be an auto attack, it can be, for example, Marcy's pulses, it could be radiance. Whenever a monk does damage in a 2-monk synergy, there's a chance to dunk, to like kill that hero instantly. That chance is higher when the hero is low health, but there's a chance of killing the hero instantly just from doing random damage. So if you have, for example, Marcy with Radiance, or if you have Leshrac with Pulse Nova, or the Enigma Midnight Pulse, they do a lot of small instances of damage. So you've got a higher chance of dunking, of insta killing somebody. So if you think of something like this spell, it's a really good use of the monk bonus. All right, like this will melt teams. The other one that's very good is Luna. I got destroyed by Luna with Radiance the other day because the player made Luna into a monk, and all the bounces from her glaives and the Radiance just killed my entire team. Like, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yep. Even if she is not attacking, even if you are playing 4 elementals, you still have a chance to lose against Luna Monk if Luna is 3 stars, let's say, because the attack's gonna keep attacking your units, and let's say it's 4 monks, you are getting destroyed, to be honest.
Yeah. So anything that's going to do AoE damage or damage over time is really good with the monk buff. Whereas
Yes,
like
that's right.
burst damage, like for example, Lena, her spell, obviously she's targeting the lowest health hero anyway, but it's just a burst damage spell. There's no point giving it a monk buff.
That's right. So this is the explanation about the Rambling Fatebender, how the race card, and how you are using the chance card. Again,
Yeah.
the fate card, it's the race one, which is the species, the chance card, which is the class one.
By the way, can you just scroll down a little bit, Zombie, and just show
Yes.
people quickly? Like, not just because I wrote it, but because it's actually quite comprehensive and easy to understand. I'd recommend going to look at this guide. It's like a 5-minute read, and you can just reference it in order to use it properly in your games.
So again, this is one of the examples how you are playing your Slark as an elemental. If you get a race card, you can make your Slark here an elemental. This is one of the examples what we was talking about, me and Keel. So also there is the dragons. So as Keel said, take a look there. There is a lot of explanation there. It will not take more than 5 minutes. And there is also some videos on the YouTube, on my YouTube, DieLikeZombie. You can check the Ramblings game. It's really worth to watch, not because it's my channel, but it's really good. So what else I Kill? What do you think?
I think we've pretty much explained everything. This is like our style. It's like chatty style and
Yeah.
going through it. The good thing about me and Zombie is we like to talk to people. If you've got questions, if you want to interact, you can join Zombie's Discord. You can ask in chats in his live streams. You can ask in YouTube comments. Like, we're pretty available. If you've got questions about it, you can ask on the guide itself if you want. So don't be afraid. And if you think we've missed anything, or you think we're noobs and you should tell us how we should use it, like, don't hesitate. We're here to open dialogue.
Yes, why not?
By the way, Zombie is a noob, so
Thank you,
I agree
you.
with
So again, guys, the link for this guides, it will be on the description. Also, my Twitch channel, it's on the link description, and my Discord, it will be on the description. So feel free to join my live stream on the Twitch. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on my YouTube, and feel free to join the Discord and type your question. There is gonna be Keel, me. There's a lot of people gonna help you there, and that's it. So Any last words, Mr. Keel?
Thanks, thanks for listening.
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy and good luck.